Good evening. The Bishop of Lewes and the Bishop of Chichester have together issued an unreserved apology for mistakes that they made, which may have left children vulnerable to paedophile priests. It's the first time that Bishop Wallace Benn has publicly said sorry.
He was heavily criticised in a report into child protection failings in the church. Victims of Roy Cotton and Colin Pritchard tonight welcomed the apology, but claim that the church still needs to do more. Here is our Home Affairs correspondent Colin Campbell.
He's a bishop identified as being negligent, criticised for making mistakes which allowed two priests accused of child abuse to continue in ministry. After repeatedly declining our offer of an interview, today the Bishop of Lewes issued a joint apology with the Bishop of Chichester. In the statement, the bishops expressed their profound sadness and regret for the pain caused to all who have been abused. They apologise unreservedly for any past mistakes which may have left children vulnerable, and say they're very sorry for any weaknesses in implementation of our procedures that may have compounded the problem for victims.
If you had these kind of failings in any other organisation, there would be action taken against individuals. People would be disciplined or dismissed or would resign.
The Baroness Butler-Sloss report revealed that Bishop Wallace Benn allowed priests Roy Cotton and Colin Pritchard to continue officiating after complaints of abuse were made to the police. The bishop even considered Roy Cotton to be a villain, but did not suspend him. He failed to pass on information to the diocesan child protection advisor. But his biggest blunder was to give Colin Pritchard permission to continue in ministry in 2007. At the time, Pritchard was, for the second time, the subject of a police investigation.
These weren't just mistakes that were made within the diocese. This was personal negligence by Wallace Benn, and that was found to be true in the butler-sloss report. What we're looking for is acknowledgement of that failing and also responsibility to be taken by him resigning.
The Diocese of Chichester says new changes in policy and practice have been introduced, but they admit they'll only make a difference if matched by changes in attitude and action. Colin Campbell, BBC South East Today.
Well, that was Colin Campbell reporting there. He's with us in the studio now. Colin, this is far from the end of the story, isn't it? More victims are actually starting to come forward.
That's right. We've made contact with a man in his 40s. He says that he was seriously sexually abused by Roy Cotton and a number of other people in the 1970s and the 1980s. He says that he hadn't spoken about this abuse for around 30 years. He says he was prompted to get in contact with us after seeing Roy Cotton's face on the television. We have put him in contact with the police, and he's going to be speaking to detectives over the next few days. Now, what is significant about this new victim is, just like Phil Johnson, he believes that there was collusion between his alleged abusers. What's more, we have identified that one of his alleged abusers is still alive.
OK, Colin, thank you very much.